Okay, so here we have the eyeball for the eye. And now we add that. All we need now is a little bit of color. Make a red eye for October. So now one thing I could do, and if you wanted to do it kind of in the style of that AI image, so I've shifted it slightly towards blue. So I've got this color here now, go a little bit darker. So we've got this color, right? Now if we want to do it kind of like the AI image, let me look at it real quick. So this is actually, so we'll do it like this up here, and then we'll do a slightly, we'll just leave that color, and then we'll go over here to a more orange color as we come down to the bottom, like that. And the way I would do it is actually before I do this, I'm going to add a pupil just so I don't lose my place or whatever. Alright, so what I would do here is I would simply erase, right? Give it like a kind of uneven erase, because eyes are kind of bumpy, right? And you can do it like this too, like this sort of thing. And you could do the same up here. You would just kind of do it like that. And then let's see, how did that do it? Okay, so now we have a sort of it's kind of like a layer over everything. So I'm just going to do a little screen layer here. I think that'll work. We'll do the same color as the bottom of the eye, and we'll just do hard. And we'll just do, okay, we don't want, I want up. Not color dodge. That was why it was odd. So we got that over there, and then we'll just lower that down a little bit. I think actually we want to go down here just a bit more. We want to get it over the pupil. That's kind of like the important part. That's good enough. And now we just add a few little effects. I think I'll do glow dodge for this. Let's see. Actually, before we do this, we're going to just add a little bit of that shit. And now we can go up to our glow dodge layer, and you can be kind of fancy here, just do whatever. I'm going to use one of the Mark Burnett brushes here, and so here we'll just do little things like that. And now we'll put a little bit of a whatever. Go up here and make a new layer with the border effect, and we'll make the border effect black and draw a crappy star with white. I'm going to use the symmetry tool because I suck. So we got that far, right? And go away. Go away. Okay. So we got this far. I think I will change the border color a little bit here. Because you can change it to whatever, right? Like I typically use a border color like that. So for the actual shit in the eyeball, I think I will do a bit of a gradient with, I think we'll do another, try a light in there. And play the layer. I kind of just want, I don't want it to just be like purely, like I want there to be a gradient. Alright, I'm not liking any of this, so I'm going to actually just use color here. A little bit of red. Okay, and one thing you can actually do, and I do this a lot too, is you can add a gradient map. Can you see this? Yeah, it's not showing on my recording. But it's just a gradient map, and you can add, you know, whatever you want to get whatever kind of effect you want. I kind of like that, so we'll go with that. You can just make it a layer mask or whatever, a clipping layer, so that it stays there. And yeah, I mean, you can play with it, do whatever. Make like little, you know, little streakies here. I mean, you could just do whatever, right? It just make random things, and yeah, that's one way to end up with an eyeball. I think the most important thing is to be really creative with your eyeballs, because eyes are really important in art in general, and even more so with really stylized stuff like anime style stuff, because it can kind of be your signature, right? So I think it's really important to be really creative with it. I think trying too hard is unnecessary, and it's more important that you do something unique. And the only way you're going to do that is by just doing random shit. One more little thing before I go. This is something I found that makes eyeballs really interesting. Is you can, this is something I've been doing, and it's I go kind of crazy on it. You don't have to do it like I do it. I don't mean to do anything, but I will just take a hard round brush like this, or a hard square brush, and I will just do opacity pressure and just real lightly do that kind of thing. And then I will go over to again full pressure and do that. And then we have that. And then I have this eyelash brush that I like. It's basically just, you know, two things, one thicker, one thinner. And I will just kind of go over this like this. And then I will just play with it by adding, you know, eyelashes here and there, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really important to do something, go crazy with it, right? This is something I really like to do, just add a little bit of, pink to the outsides. Yeah, eyeball, right. And I think the border tool is actually really cool here because you can just make everything all, you can throw complementary colors on the borders and stuff. Anyway, there's that. Hope that helps.